Bruh. Bow, 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 bow. Orgasm-tober. Nest-tober. Okay. Bum-bum, bum-bum. Journey. Journey. Oh shit, I hear echo. I have myself on in the background. I do. Journey. Try to attribute to the all-time dad rock band. Is it the album cover for Don't Stop Believing, like the one with that like spaceship bursting through the glass orb? Some shit like that. Actually looks kind of sick. Journey. This one. That was the Don't Stop Believing album, right? Yeah, I might just do that because that's actually some sick art. Yeah, I can't really picture any other prompt. It would just be classic, like, you know, off on a journey. Which is all good. I don't think I have the time or resources to dedicate to something elaborate today. Like this. I'll replace the weird spaceship with a man boob or something. surprised Twitch even works today with the Amazon server outage. Is it even working today? It better be live. Yeah, I'm live. Wow. Oh. Damn. Shut up. Okay, gotta do this fast. Oh, wow. It's like yellow, greenish, bluish, black. You should be more. It's kind of something like that. The gradient's always like bigger than the canvas for some reason. fill, just a stroke. Stop it. There's actually a lot of detail on that orb. Well, let's get to it then. Got like 2 hours. Can't erase. That's some shit. Okay, that fucking throws a monkey wrench into this entire plan. Good God. Be like the one big fucking circle. I guess if it's shattering open, it don't gotta be a perfect circle no matter what, eh? Why is there that extra weird, like, ring? How did I confuse it by adding in another gradient node? That old? Oh shit, hippie! Hey yo, what up? Yo, 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 what up, y'all? Nico, what's up? How you beautiful, beautiful people doing today? What are you guys up to? Splu, you sexy man. Thanks. It's day 20. This is the point where I like start feeling like a real fucking hermit slash a gremlin on camera, so any and all compliments welcome. Yo, what's up? Oh god, I don't want to butcher your name. Vientia? How you doing? I've seen you in Kiko's chat before. Hippie, were you working on like a new animation or something? I saw you online. I think you said you were working in Toon Boom. I've wanted to like dick around with that program, dude, but like, do I have the time or patience for it? I don't know. Sure as hell don't have the time for it in October, that's for sure. I'm totally ripping off a cover design right now. I'll just put it on screen so you guys know what I'm ripping off.
Just the Christ.
Your dads are gonna love it, trust me.
God the Father commands you.
We spun the wheel and we landed on Nest-tober today. Nest-tober is the thing. And the prompt was Journey. So we're gonna do Journey. We're gonna do Journey, baby. I'm probably just gonna have like a man boob guy shooting out of it instead of the spaceship or whatever. There's a lot to learn. Yes, there is. I learned the same thing with Blender. I did that like really long donut tutorial and then it's like, okay, now what? A Toon Boom's legit. I mean, there's actual animation studios that use that, TV shows and stuff. It's good to learn. I'll get to it one of these days, surely. Thank you again for the raid, though, dude. I appreciate it. Trying to get this cranked out. Trying to crank one out real quick before I go to work. So we're gonna see if I actually finish this in time, or if I'm gonna have to do the walk of shame and come back tonight after bartending. Lord, give me strength. Walk of shame, walk of shame. When is your bitch ass gonna do Inktober, huh, Hippie? Can I expect you to join me on the front lines next year? Misery loves company, dude. actually going to... I don't know why I'm trying to be like super spot on with the way they drew the cracks. Like nobody. Do your own thing. Just going to I could just keep erasing the sphere and then it's gonna keep the gradient effect, or else I can make it easier and just erase all of it and then draw the pieces. You make Inktober way too complicated. I feel that, dude. I click on the hashtags and I see what other people are doing, and they're doing such like charming little quick doodles and stuff, and my brain just does not work that way. In a bad way. In a bad way. My brain is like a glutton for punishment. It always wants to do the whole scene. Like right now, there's probably a bunch of people who saw this prompt journey and are like, oh, I'm gonna design a cute little mouse with his cute little hobo sack over his shoulder and his cute little boots on, going on a journey. And they do that and they probably whip it out in about 30 minutes and it's the cutest thing ever and it looks great. And they're done. Meanwhile, my bitch ass is like, let's do Journey album cover art. Okay. Okay. Good thinking, Sploof. Good thinking. But thank you again for the raid, dude. I don't get to catch your streams too often. I quickly popped in really quickly today before I went live just to lurk for a bit. My sleep schedule is so degen right now, dude. You have no idea. I don't even want to expose myself right now. I'm so embarrassed. Now the real question here, chat, is am I going to finish this in an hour 45 minutes? Surely. We're just listening to some random ass vaporwave playlist, by the way. I don't know how I feel about it. I like that. I think he should make that noise more. is melting my brain how I'm like doing this right now. I don't like this. Confusing myself. I'm scared. I'm scared and confused. Help. Help me. Need to make the under layer. Don't pay too much attention to that right now. I'm gonna fix it, but I just need the orange as a visual cue to know what's what. Don't judge me yet. You can judge soon though. Okay, I guess they kind of have it set up where like there's a lot of empty space down here. Be mindful of that. I don't know if I like this playlist. Really, I should be playing Dad Rock if we're doing our homage to Journey.
Oh, hey, we're gonna go to the graveyard.
Oh, are you gonna do something there?
Nah, we're just gonna hang out and drink age-appropriate drinks.
Like the juice?
Yeah, and whatever. Age-appropriate stuff that's not illegal. Hey, you should come.
I think that was over the garden wall dialogue. This is painful. This is gonna take so long. Kill me. Please kill me. I regret this. This is my punishment because I skipped out on Inktober yesterday and I just drew a comic instead. comic that people did not like.
Hidden within each of us is not only the capacity to love
Oh, this
and
is...
hate, but to take that final step to be not only a creator, but a
a
destroyer,
content creator.
unreasoning killer.
Modern horror content creator. No. Tell me that's a fucking bug. Bubble. I've been having an issue, like, the last of the fruit flies are finally dying out. And they get really freaky when I like take out the garbage. 'Cause right now in beautiful, glorious Wisconsin, the destination of the United States of America, it'll be cold like right now for 4 days in a row, and then all of a sudden we just have a random 80-degree day out of nowhere, and that's just enough to bring back all the fucking fruit flies in full force. Those bastards show up, they like keep dying out, then they like get revived on that random nice day. I take the garbage out. It's my first time taking the garbage out, you know, probably in a couple months. Then they start getting freaked out and they're like, oh shit, we got nothing left. And they get all freaky and they're trying to like kill themselves. And they find my flavored caffeine enhanced water and they just dive bomb straight into it like kamikazes. I've had to dump out like 3 glasses of water this month so far because there's been a dead fruit fly in it. It's so gross. You're streaming earlier and earlier. This is a late start today for an afternoon stream. I should have been live at like noon. At some point, you're gonna start streaming when I'm literally sleeping. I just went on a whole rant about my D-Gen sleep schedule, bro. You should have been here like 15 minutes ago. I feel like less of a D-Gen when I have you in chat. That's right, you had that interview today. How'd that go? They flaked? The fuck? That's kind of like not a good sign. Oh, the outage, dude. No, like everyone had that outage today. It was an Amazon thing. I was actually wondering if Twitch was even gonna work. I thought I had an excuse to not do it.
A movie audience guide presented as a public service.
Yeah, dude, check it out. Like,
to help you select your
it has fucked up a lot of industries. It's one of Amazon's main servers. Can't stream because Amazon's off. Would have been great excuse, dude. Okay, so if that's the reason they flaked, I was about to like start ranting and being like, you probably don't want to work for them, but
You did this,
that's
Jay.
valid.
Will be avenged.
Yeah. Sorry guys, the servers are out for 1 day, so I'm gonna have to permanently retire Inktober for the rest of my life. I apologize, but hey, we had some fun times, didn't we?
The dead hand that lives. And now the screaming starts.
Oh, this is kind of hurting my eyes to look at. If the recruiter lady reschedules 50 times, that means I gotta show up 50 separate interviews. You would get one of those jobs long before you would hit 50. Maybe. Probably.
What are you doing next time?
Nobody. It's the stories room. Why do you ask?
I heard noises there.
Potentially.
You robbed me of a normal childhood, and now you're trying to rob me of whatever was the pleasure of a silly joke.
It's gonna take a long time.
Just iced it.
But if the interview itself did go well, you said?
Don't be angry, Jack.
I think the piece is bigger the farther down they go, I think. Need somebody who can do payroll and probably speak Spanish and isn't crazy. Well, you fit the criteria for at least 2 of those. I think, okay, you made the joke before I did, god damn it. I have a good shot, only one bad thing. I have a 4-step interview. Oh, 4 steps. Jesus. That's wild. I think I've applied to 1 4-step interview my whole life. And that was when I worked at the fucking hospital and I was trying to gun it for that new manager position. Those bastards actually dragged me along for all 4 interviews before declining. Outside of that, dude, I've had 3 max, but usually it's 2. At that point, dude, like, I don't know. I feel like if you go that far and you don't make the cut, I feel like you gotta ask like why, and they have to give you some good notes why they didn't choose you. Because you invest so much time otherwise for nothing. What was the job? It was when I was working the guest services desk at the hospital, and they were expanding. They built a new building, like primarily for specialized surgery and stuff. And they needed a manager to run guest services over there. And actually all my coworkers, you know, that was when I was like fresh out of college doing full time. All my coworkers like, you gotta apply for it, you gotta apply. And I did. I would have made a shit ton of money. But they gave it to someone else who deserved it. He had way more experience than me, don't get me wrong. But then that was the first eye-opening moment in my life where I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of here. And I did. And I moved here. And like 2 months after I moved out of that city and moved here, my old boss from there called me. I was like, hey, you know, that position opened up again, so if you're interested, I think you'd be a great fit. And I'm like, Sean, what are we doing? He didn't know that I moved out of the city. That's crazy. There's a version of Splufay that could still be at that fancy ass apartment, still working guest services.
Join you? Yeah, no, I'm just
I
passing through.
never
Tend to pass through.
Never left that job.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Boomer. Dude, Sean was so fucking nice. He was one of my favorite bosses I ever worked for. I had like a manager I reported to, and then Sean was the director above her. We'd have to come in on like holidays because, you know, people still come to the hospital on holidays. And Sean would always make it a point. He would always be there on like every holiday. He would leave his own family to make sure he could come support the staff. And he'd be working the desk. So one less person would have to like come in from the team. I bet he wasn't as nice as you think. He was great. I fucking loved him. I got a couch delivered to my apartment one time. It was like the only time I'd ever had to request just to like leave work early. And he literally drove me in his Tesla back to my apartment. And he just wanted to show off his fucking Tesla. He had it set up so like he could play fart noises out of random seats. So we're driving down the fucking interstate and he just kept pressing the fart buttons. I liked him a lot. He just wanted to show off his car. He totally did. And he was disappointed because at first I didn't even realize it was like a Tesla and I could feel him like staring at me. And he also, like, I always told my coworkers this, and I was like, if I ever made a cartoon, I would want Sean to voice it, and I want him to voice like an old turtle. Because he almost had like a natural Kermit turtle-esque voice. It was
I'm really just looking to leave here as
just funny.
possible.
You're making me nostalgic for my shitty old guest service job right now, dude. Chill out.
When I held you in my arms, I felt a strange sensation.
Life was so much more simple back then.
Waiting to receive life.
Imagine listening to basic bitch music and having beef with Toaster Strudel 2988. That's what I'm saying, dude. Toaster Strudel's fine. It's fucking Pop-Tart 6255 that I have an issue with. If I would return to that city, I probably would try to hit him up, but I feel like at that point he'd probably be long retired. I'm on good terms with every single job I left. Except maybe like my first production assistant job for like a film startup in Madison. Which wasn't really like leaving on bad terms, but he just kind of stopped like hiring me as a contractor. Just fine. But every other job, I mean, I'm able to list every job, like every former boss as a reference and stuff. What up, Hanky? Yeah, it happens. It was my first production assistant job, and like, as much as the guy was really nice, but he wasn't like a good first director to work under because he kind of assumed that I knew a lot of shit that I didn't know. But at the same time, it also taught me to be very predictive and anticipate the needs of your director before they even ask you shit. So, I still learned a lot. I'm a crack yo boss. He didn't yell. Okay, no, okay, so there is that one time. I've told this story before, and it's way too long of a story for me to get into right now, but I did learn about microaggressions on that job because someone called me out for doing a microaggression, and he did kind of have to clamp down on me for that. He still hired me after that fact. That wasn't what caused me to like lose the position, but it certainly didn't help. I was not the bad one, dude. Some bitch honestly just like, I don't know, turned on me. Yeah, you get it, Adon. You would understand. Okay, it's not like that. Now you're making me have to explain myself. It ain't fucking sexual harassment. We were filming a non-profit conference, okay? So we're like, all the non-profits in the city got together. It was on Halloween Day a couple of years ago, and it was a fucking full-on blizzard, dude. It was crazy. So the whole name of the game was we were doing like rapid fire, like interviews. People would show up, I would mic them up, he'd start recording, boom, next person. There was this one really fun lady that kept hanging out and shit nearby. Not nearby, but we just kept bumping into each other.
beyond your wildest.
And at some point, like since it was Halloween, Jack Sparrow showed up at the conference, so she kept she was nudging me. She's like, "Oh, I'd like to get a kiss from Jack Sparrow," or some shit like that. You know, it was like not really funny, but I was nervous, so I appreciated that there was like an older lady who was just cracking jokes and shit. Then it was time for lunch. There was time for lunch, and there was a huge banquet in this hall, really fancy, like chicken dinner with like a bunch of veggie side dishes and whatnot. My director's like, "Hey, how about you run across the street and get us both some Subway?" So I went and got Subway, and then I went into that banquet hall, and I'm just set up in like the back table with a camera, just eating my shitty little cold cut combo sub while everyone else is having some extravagant meals. And this lady saw me eating like that, which clearly had to look funny, so she started calling me a Subway boy. I'm like, okay, this bitch, like, she knows how to play. She knows how to play. And then later it was time to finally mic her up. So at that point we're like joking back and forth. And she did an interview and it all went really well. And when the interview was over, she was like, "Did I do good? I was really nervous. Like I feel like I didn't do a good job." And here was the exact thing I said. I was like, I don't know if she called me Subway boy or Sandwich boy, but either way, she was making fun of me for the sandwich. I was like, "You did a great job in the interview. You sounded so articulate. It was great." Yeah, so a couple days later, I'm at work and I get an email from my boss, and he was like, came to my attention that like you told her that she sounded articulate. I think you need to watch this video on microaggressions and learn how comments like these have like inherent backhanded natures to them. He was like, "I mean, she has a fucking he literally typed, "She has a fucking PhD. Why wouldn't she sound articulate?" And I'm like, I fucking watched this video and it's stuff like, "Wow, your hair's so..." Yes, it is. Of course it's a POC. Of course it was POC. Now, otherwise this shit wouldn't have been an issue, you know? Like, otherwise it wouldn't have even gotten brought up. I'm watching this video and it's microaggressions or shit like, "Your hair looks so cool. Can I touch it?" and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, she literally said she didn't feel like she did a good job. So I'm trying to like back her up and say that she fucking sounded great. Like, I didn't say that to him. I'm like, "You're right. I didn't realize I'd even said this, but that's kind of the point of a microaggression. You don't realize you're saying something that hurts someone." From that sense, I understand. Like that makes sense. I fucked up. And if anything, it did make me more aware of that kind of like shit, which is good. Where I take umbrage is, why did she just go straight to my boss, and why didn't she fucking talk to me about this first? Like, it's not like it was that horrible of a fucking thing to say, and if she really cared, she could have used that as like a learning lesson for me to be like, "Hey, you know, just so you know, if you're gonna be talking to all these people, you need to be aware you can say shit like this and it doesn't have the same meaning you think it does." But no, she went straight to my boss. She didn't even like tell me she had any issue with it. She was making fun of me and literally fucking making fun of me for eating Subway. What if I was like a poor broke guy like I am right now and Subway's all I can fucking afford? Would that be a microaggression to me?
I wish to create a perfect human being, selecting the best.
I sound like such an incel right now. I don't have issues with microaggressions. I understand that is a legit thing that happens. I agree. I take umbrage with that specific person and how they handled it. And again, for the record, that ain't what made me lose that contract job, because he still hired me a couple times after that, but I just wasn't experienced enough to do what he needed me to do at that point. You hurt my feelings every day during Inktober. It's okay, dude. I know you're a white boy. That's just me being a dick, so I can get away with it. I remember reading that email at work, dude. I could feel my face turning red as I was reading it. It was crazy. I probably still have it. I could read it word for word, but I'm not gonna do that. I just remember him dropping that F-bomb in the email. I was like, holy shit.
The Shuttered Room.
But I get why he had to take it so seriously too, because if he was trying to do his own thing, like as a startup film company, then he has this fucking little white boy pissing off clientele. Yeah. Okay.
Twilight lends the barren fields and domed hills a strangeness that sets them apart from the country around that area. It brings to everything a kind of sentient, watchful animosity.
The last time we ever texted, he the last time he had hired me was before I got like really deep into Twitch. So I remember he texted me a couple months after the fact because he was doing the W2s or whatever. He needed me to send mine in. He was like, by the way, I love the food videos you've been doing. That was the last time we ever interacted.
On his way to Dunwich,
I'm white but still a DEI nose ring, blue hair dem, semi-gay, femme2, part horse, cross alligator limb. So I'm a protected class, thank you.
So many years ago.
See, and that's the issue, dude. Like, there's a difference between a legit microaggression and someone who like actually views themselves as what you said just now. And people are willing to like have other people lose jobs over their own fucking weird delusions. It's weird.
Attached to the mill along the Miskatonic, the country of his childhood. Coming back,
and I guess it was just like the nature of that non-profit conference. Like, it was kind of stuffy there. Which it's funny because again, now I'm working at this art gallery where I'm dealing with people in the LGBTQ community and people of color constantly. But I never feel like apprehensive. I always feel so comfortable talking to everyone because at the end of the day, everyone's just fucking joking around and living life here. Ain't that serious, man.
A seemingly unrelated reference is also in his grandfather's hand.
Yeah, they will totally make people lose jobs over pettiness, man. It's crazy.
Suggestion clearly defined now in those entries of Luther Whately's about.
I was just watching a quick little documentary on YouTube last night about one of like the main artists on the Reddit comics forum. And she's gone through some shit. I don't want to take like one full side in either direction because she gets a lot of fucking unwarranted hate, but she is the classic example of like she makes a Trump bad comic and gets a million updates for it. But she's been on a tirade lately, like doing copyright DMCA shit on anyone who like uploads any video critiquing her stuff. And at one point in the video, like she tracked a guy down because he had a video of himself critiquing her, and she was like asking people what college he had filmed this at so she could reach out to the college and get him to lose his job. And then it turns out he didn't even work at that college. He had just like been taking one class.
Rossa Marsh, spawn of tainted and degenerate.
Like people's own ego will like literally let them ruin other people's lives. My only option is to join the far right. I think you're right. I'm not trying to get too far down that rabbit hole, but I would say that's like that whole mindset we've been under the past couple of years is going to be one of the big contributing reasons why there is a rise in the far right. Just saying. Not the only reason, obviously, but one of the reasons for sure. I have something for you. Spooky pussy. Alright, we gotta listen to this song. Spooky pussy.
Ghouls and ghosts are out tonight.
There's things that howl and things that bite.
But the one thing that will haunt you guys
is what's right here between her thighs.
Spooky pussy. Oh, what a sight. Spooky pussy will give you a fright.
Better come prepared this Halloween, 'cause 'cause it's the hairiest pussy you've ever seen.
Oh,
Boo! Spooky pussy.
it's scary and it's on the prowl, and in
It
its
ain't scary to me.
you'll wail and howl. You'll never forget what you saw. It's a hoo-ha, boo-ha, ooh la la. Spooky pussy, oh what a sight. Spooky pussy will give you a fright.
It'll slink down on you nice and slow, but when it latches to your face, it won't let go. Ooh, oh.
Latches to your face. That's pretty fucking hot.
Oh, there's only one thing you can do. So will you eat it, or will it eat you?
Hopefully both.
Boo! Spooky pussy, what a fright.
Just in time for Halloweener. That's incredible. Thank you for that, Hanky. I'm shocked that hasn't shown up on Vintage yet. Oh shit. I didn't mean to pin that. Don't know how to unpin. Pin that pussy.
Let's end with an art show. On the count of 3, whether you're done or not, I want you to flip your boards and I want you to all do your best I am Groot at the same time. Ready?
I love it. This is like Disney, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen these. These are so funny.
These are so great. What do we do, everyone? Okay, some of us still seem positive. But some of us are like, still. Oh, it's fun, so violent, so right. I got one move. Well, I'm just dying to know. And don't forget to sign your name. Alright, here, a lot of shading going on. That's always a good thing. If you cared this much about it, you're shading it. It must.
I thought there was one where they like actually show it on the screen and stuff too. Funny. Spooky pussy in my face. Spooky pussy in my mouth. Thank you for that, Hanky.
The vault of horror is about to open. You will learn its terrifying
Y'all think I'm gonna finish this before I go to work?
if you dare.
There's something wrong with me. I have the ability to kill.
Microaggression. I gotta stop making jokes about that. Once again, I want to make it very fucking clear. I believe in microaggressions. I do believe those are a thing. I believe that what I said even could be taken that way. And it isn't for me to judge at the end of the day. What I can judge is how she handled it. That's all I take issue with. All I take issue with. Macro would be saying flat out, you sucked. Yep. The microaggression video that I watched had like a good point where like it's like the little comments that are like mosquito bites where, you know, 1 or 2 bites or whatever, but then when you start noticing them everywhere, that's when it starts becoming a thing. And again, the biggest thing that they pointed out was like people asking to like touch hair and stuff like that, but that seems kind of macro these days.
We're afraid you might laugh at us.
I'm not laughing.
Would you let another dude touch your hair if they wanted to? But it's greasy like 9 out of 10 times, so I don't know why they would. This some 50 Cent, I guess. Lo-fi Halloween mix 2020. We were definitely listening to this shit back at the old apartment. I remember this video. Boom, 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 boom.
The eternal dilemma of mankind, good and evil, the paradox.
Poor woman, she's almost out of her mind. Welcome to Anna's King Edward Hotel. Hardly anyone ever checks in. Nobody ever checks out.
What? Why? What was it about the 70s and 80s rock covers and their fucking gradients, man? They really loved their gradients back then. Whatever system they used to make them back then is probably a lot more impressive than how we do it now. Oh fuck, it actually like hurts to look at certain spots. Welcome.
King Edward Hotel. Hardly anyone ever checks in. Nobody ever checks out.
What? Why?
What gave you the idea to come here? I don't know what you're looking for, but you will find it here. Now I'm letting you stay here on one condition. That you promise not to wander around the hotel alone. No place for a little girl. All right, this is Quaking. Mrs. Maggie.
I am not gonna finish this in time. Oh my god.
Behind each door, there's a private terror.
Carol?
See y'all tonight.
Nobody ever checks out. Welcome to a
I might be doing an afternoon stream again tomorrow. I might not. I'm not sure yet. I have to wait to hear back from someone. I'll know by tonight.
Nobody ever checks out.
I think. Maybe. Maybe not. If not, I'm not gonna let it bother me.
Nobody ever checks out.
Don't get upset, Sploof. Don't take it personal. People don't understand how soul-crushingly difficult it is to plan your fucking day around Inktober, but that's okay. That's okay. They just don't understand the true struggle of being a starving, poor artist. Just kidding. I'm ranting. That's such a fucking scam that they make you pay so much for that stuff, dude. Pay to play. Scam, scam, scam. Dude, you've been talking to like some fucking scammer working in a call center in Russia the whole time. All the exams have been bullshit. We're just slowly gathering more info from you every single time. You're gathering info on us, dude. You are representing the average American in the eyes of the Russians. Now that's a macro aggression. Next, they harvest bones. After you pay $1,000, they'll take the bones. Yeah, well, it's been happening. You could say that's been happening since 9/11. Should you say that? I don't know. But you could say that. Long before that even, but that's when it like went to the whole next level.
The most terrifying form of evil is that which lurks within the human mind.
Schizos. Sconzos.
In our dying world, no one is cruel, nor unjust. We're struggling for survival. We kill or we die. There's no other choice.
True. That's what that lady was thinking in the back of her mind when she reported me to my boss. It's him or me. In her mind, she's like, I'm the one who knocks. Oh God, this is taking too long already. I feel like this is gonna be the hardest part though. The time you gotta leave, like 45 minutes.
Now, dying world, no one is cruel, nor unjust. We're struggling for survival, kill or we die. No other choice. Now, dying world, no one is cruel, nor unjust. We're struggling for survival, kill or we die. There's no other choice.
There's no other choice. Your boss went home for lunch and said, "I'm sick, I'm not coming back." Based. You should do the same thing, dude. You strike me as the type of guy who has like 500 hours of sick leave stocked up. You've just never used it. I used to be that way. Until I left a job and realized I wasn't going to be able to cash out any of those hours. He says COVID, so might take the whole week. God damn. Dude, you are too nice, dude. Unless you're planning on retiring, dude, you ain't getting those hours back. Oh shit, really? They get paid out if you get fired. That's interesting. I guess I don't know like the whole system, but all I knew is that I was leaving the job, and unless I was retiring, there was no chance I was going to get any kind of like cash payment for, it was like 140 hours at that point. So I was like, oh, cough, cough. Well, I feel a little illness coming on, so I might have to take off this Tuesday and Wednesday.
Poor woman, she's almost out of her mind.
And my boss didn't find that super funny, but I still did anyways. I fear that when I like erase all the negative space, the spacing of all the shards is gonna look weird, but I can't be too fucked by that. Whoever actually designed this album cover was clearly not doing it under the same circumstances as I am. They actually cared. Try to keep the smaller pieces toward the top and then bigger toward the bottom. That's that boomer mentality, Hanky. Trust me, I am a good fucking worker. Like, and for the coworkers I like, I even give them a heads up where I'm like, hey, I feel like I'm probably gonna be like calling out. As an assistant, I make sure to like get shit done and set them up for success, but after that first job, I learned. And trust me, my parents fucking give me so much shit. I made that joke in my last job when I was an assistant at the magazine place. It was right up at the holidays. I had like 4 days left. And I was like, you know, I feel like I'm gonna be having a cough developing by the end of this week. Might have to take Friday off and get that extra head start on winter vacation. She just looked at me like,
No.
then one of my coworkers, him and I went out We had to like buy lumber for a set build, and he would always like take me to Arby's or someplace to fucking eat lunch. He was like an old man. He loved me. He was like, you know, Steph ain't happy with that. Steph ain't happy with what you did. I'm like, dude, not like my fucking parents. Who calls out only bums? That's what I think, honestly. You can think that, but just like Hanky, you're gonna lose all these hours, man. We've been brainwashed to like give loyalty to these companies that don't give a fuck about you whatsoever. We need to break that mold, man. We need to. You can still be a good employee and also call out. I mentioned before I could call all my previous bosses up for references and they will happily do it for me, but I also knew my worth and I called out on days I didn't need to. At the end of the day, they're willing to call you out permanently any day of the week. You're acting like I'm taking a ton of days off. You get a certain amount of sick days. You understand how this works. You get a certain amount of sick days per year. They don't roll over, so you just lose them if you don't use them. You don't fucking use them all in like 1 week. You just do like, okay, an occasional like Monday or Friday here or there. After you get all your work done. Pretty damn simple. And you can't afford to live, you get paid for the sick days though, man. It's literal money sitting there that gets wasted otherwise. Like I said, the best you'll get, they'll give you a fucking free pizza. Be like, oh, good job. Good job for not using any sick days this year. This is a model employee. Dedicating his life to us. God bless him. God bless him. Only downside is you hurt your chances of making manager or moving up into a better role. I mean, if they're gonna like make that call off of like sick days alone, then I don't know, man. I don't know what to fucking tell you. I find it very hard to believe if you have a good boss that they would do that. But maybe they would, I don't know. Again, they give you so many sick days per year. It's like they have to sit down and calculate this. Then they're clearly going to give you an amount that they want to give you, that they feel like they can balance. So
I'm sorry, is there any music?
I've never over dipped on sick time ever. But I do use them. What up, Game Enjoyer? I'm doing good.
No doubt about that.
I'm doing good. Just a little stressed trying to finish this before I leave, and I don't think I will. You just can't be doing 5-10s a week anymore. Exactly, bro. And your fucking boss just called out sick today. Like, why do you have to be the model employee? It's good to be a good person, but it's also good to be selfish sometimes, because everyone else is going to be selfish as well. Tricky part is finding the right balance. That I couldn't tell you.
It will devour you bit by bit.
Gone to HR about problem employees who weren't working enough, but I was like a timekeeper, payroll, narking on lawyers, so these weren't like poor people. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's what the higher ups do. They get away with it. Why can't we? Y'all are boomer pilled. You've been brainwashed to think that you're a bad employee if you do it, even though the ones above you are doing it constantly. Boomer pilled. I'm bum pilled. I'm libtard bum pilled. Your chest is heavy with all the shit it's got on it. Sounds like you gotta take a couple days off to relax and feel better, dude. I knew I was gonna start fucking this up. I'm erasing too much. Your boss waits 6 hours into shift, take lunch, and goes into an hour Zoom call right when they come back. Okay, I understand the mindset of that. I used to do that at the hospital. I would like hold off my lunch as long as possible because then you always knew the day was shorter on the second half. But I wasn't in charge of anyone. But I do get that mindset. My brain operates the same way. Plus, that worked because then everyone else got to take their. I was working with a bunch of old people. They all wanted their lunches way earlier than I did, so I would cover all of them. Then it was time for me to have my lunch when everyone else took one. Worked out pretty well. Fuck, I'm actually nostalgic for my hospital job right now, dude. What the hell? I honestly did have fun at that place. I liked when I got to like push patients around and shit, and I would get like 30,000 steps in an afternoon when I was in like peak shape. Exactly, dude. They can fire you at any moment. I've seen it happen with my own two balls. My eyeballs. They finally, dude. So the other night I went out with some old coworkers from my last job, and they finally got the fucking studio assistant that replaced me when I was promoted to the new position, which I'm not fucking celebrating that. I'm sad, obviously, but it was crazy because I remember my boss sitting me down when I was leaving the studio assistant position and considering applying for the tester position where I got to write articles and stuff. And she even said, like, you have a lot more job security as the studio assistant. Like, we're always going to need you here. But meanwhile, you're now moving to a brand new team that hasn't been established yet, and they could cut you just like that. She meant it in a nice way. She was trying to protect me, and she was right for a while, but now they even got the fucking studio assistant. At this point, there has to be, like, when I was working there was like 30 people in that office. There has to be down to like 10 at the most. Got to be so fucking depressing in there. And again, it was a mixture of newbies like me and people who had been there for fucking decades. And yet they'd keep having our budget meetings and they would assure us everything's fine, you don't need to worry. Sure, we're outsourcing all of our jobs to India, but it's just cheaper there and they're ready to work to supplement us, not to replace you. And from what I heard from my coworkers the other night, now they fucking laid off all the people in India too. So it's like, What did they do wrong? They didn't do, well, the workers didn't do anything wrong. The company just is so behind the times.
I want you to meet a dear friend.
It was Reader's Digest and shit, man. Like, they had their peak. They used to be the top shit. But they didn't adapt to online culture.
I am already dead.
The best move they did was they bought out Fail Army and Pet Collective and all that shit. So the people in LA at that branch, they're probably doing okay-ish. But even that, it's like it's all user-generated content. They ain't making anything special. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, all these fucking lifers who had given that entire company their entire lives and stuff. Just, I get it's a business at the end of the day, but that's exactly what it is, a business. Can't lose sight of that, ever. Even the gallery I'm working at now, it's nice because it's like I'm talking to the owner. It's a small team, but it's like, at the end of the day, if he can't pay the bills, I'm probably going to get cut. Try to jump off the roof. I'll try. I will try.
On Halloween night, the great pumpkin rises out of his pumpkin patch and flies through the air with his bag of...
How would I get rid of so much fucking negative space? Like, what is even happening? Fuck this so bad. Oh. You're gonna get cut? Please don't. That sounds painful. Don't worry. I've already been cut. Clipped, rather. Shit. I'm out of time. Not out of time right this second, but I'm gonna run out of time. So Jover. It's so Jover. Oh shit, is he not working? Sec, he's probably turned off. That was stream elements, right? Or is it Nightbot? Oh yeah. Cloudbot was off. I like how you have the exact number memorized and everything. Good shit, dude. It's a memorable quote.
You weren't able to see clearly inside your heart.
You've had me in deep hypnosis, and I asked you not to do that.
I specifically asked you not to put me into a deep hypnosis. Did you even read the prenups? I still need to like brush my teeth, bro. Jesus. Peace out, Hanky. Sorry you had to deal with your shitty boss, man. I hope your day goes better. Take it easy, dude, for real. It ain't up to us to change the world, Hanky. Leave that to Daddy Trump. We're like right now Hanky has like the devil and angel on his shoulders. Adon and I are the devil bums with the long unkempt hair, reeking of weed. The angel is like I was gonna say like a fucking white collar worker, but I know Hanky does more back-breaking shit than that. I actually like that effect over here. Oh, fuck, dude. I erased way too much negative space in the middle. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Fine. It's fine. I need to draw like some pieces flying across and shit. Maybe I'll cover it that way. Only issue is like now I'm gonna lose that fucking gradient effect, which is unfortunate. Whatever. Need to see here. It's gonna be a man boob shooting out, by the way.
As if you'd awakened from a horrible dream.
Like, how did I erase so much of it? What, am I fucking stupid? Am I actually stupid?
You must feel rather lonely.
Fucking moron. It's because you guys made me tell the microaggression story. I even said I shouldn't be telling the story right now, and I fucking did. I did, and it distracted me. I never recovered. Y'all got me on my fucking anti-labor kick. And I get heated and spicy. Start talking about that shit. The gremlin's fault.
It was just a moment of weakness.
This one's gonna be fun though. I'm happy I did this.
In my pajamas.
All the dads out there are gonna love this one. Dude, so starting, I think not this week, but the week after, we're changing the price of the tickets for figure drawing night from $12 to $1. In hopes that one, you know, it'll attract more people, but then two, that it'll get more people to buy drinks at the bar as well, because that'll make you like, you know, if you're not dropping $12 on a ticket, you might be more inclined to drop $10 on that old-fashioned cocktail. I think it's a good idea, genuinely. I think it's a great idea. I'm just worried a little bit that'll be too good of an idea. Those fucking lime wedges, man. Oh shit, we actually don't even have limes. Shit. Hope nobody wants limes tonight. Fuck. We do, they're old. I haven't been at this building in a couple weeks now. We had the staff meeting, and apparently before COVID, they used to do like an open mic night kind of thing where, you know, people would show up and do whatever they wanted. Like some would do music, some would do poetry, some would do stand-up. But they had to stop doing it during COVID, and they never really brought it back. He said this time around, if he would bring it back, he wants to like do a legit variety hour, because by the end of it last time, he said that so many people were just doing stand-up all the time, which is fine, but he wanted it to be an actual variety show. So the idea is to have people apply ahead of time, and then we would, like, you know, filter them out to make sure there's enough variety every time. And then during the meeting, he's like, but then we'd have to find someone who could be the MC. And all 5 of my coworkers at the meeting were just like, silently all turned and looked at me at the same time, and I'm just sitting there. So that might be a thing soon. Me hosting fucking talent shows. Not really talent shows, open mic nights. Which I'm not super excited at the idea of, but you know, more hours, more money. Stare down. All of them did the same thing at the same time. It was like just straight out of a movie. And I'm like, okay, did you guys talk about this shit before I was in the room? That would be fun though, honestly. Just the idea of the variety nights alone. I just don't know if I have the chops to host, man. That's a lot. Not even like definitively set or anything. I don't even know if we're actually gonna do it or not, but it makes me nervous about it. Kind of the issue though. I'm not necessarily saving. I'm slowly dipping into savings, very slowly, but not a whole lot. But like my whole plan is that I was just gonna get through Inktober, and now after Inktober I'm gonna try to find another part-time job because the gallery is not paying the bills. There's actually a coffee shop moving into our figure drawing building, so I'm wondering if maybe I could like sneak in as a barista there. it's all fine. I mean, I got to a mindset now where it's like I've been dipping into savings, not drastically, but I've definitely chopped it down a few pegs. But it's like, dude, everyone in their life always has like fucking money issues. Everyone's always paying off credit card debt. I have a couple 401k accounts floating in the wild that I need to track down. One of them I do have tracked down, and there's like $12,000 in it. Literally more than what's in my savings. So it's like wealth and value and everything is defined and such. It means different things to different people. I'm not happy that I've had to chip away like in total like $2,000 off of my savings, but at the same time I could have chipped away a lot more. And I can easily build it back up once I fucking find a job. But I just wanted to get through Inktober first. If anything now, maybe I can make some new prints of some of these things that I've drawn and maybe make a little money off selling those. Yada yada. I want to actually like start making art for the gallery as well and apply for some of the shows, and then I want to like make my art way cheaper than everyone else's. See if there's actually a chance I could sell it. There's a barista here who has a bonfire tattoo from Dark Souls on their shoulder. Sounds fucking sexy. Sounds very fucking sexy. I think I'd like being a barista too. Well, like. But now that I'm learning how to be a bartender and I'm getting good at that, it's like I feel like those skills carry pretty well.
Creatures would be my fellow passengers on the coach. For who could crouch blindly while a legion of croaking, baying entities...
I would definitely do an indie place. Like I said, I'm hoping there's a store literally opening in our building at the gallery. I'm hoping maybe I could like sneak in with them, and then that way I'm still driving to the exact same place no matter what. Maybe I could like work mornings or afternoons at the coffee store and then work evenings at the gallery. They need me.
They hopped regularly, sometimes on 2 legs, and sometimes on 4. I was somehow glad that they had no more than 4 limbs.
I feel like it'd be good for both the bosses, like to have a middleman in between them, someone that they're both kind of relying on and they both know they can rely on me.
Voices clearly used for articulate speech held all the dark shades of
I feel like it makes sense. At the end of the day, it's up for them to decide. Christ, I gotta leave in 15.
It is an ominous construction, channeling ancient powers and long...
Ancient powers.
Perhaps it is even connected to our primordial extraterrestrial ancestry. And now, just a few days before Christmas, this looming...
Starbucks just seems like it'd be way too, like... too much. And that's where you would get the classic, really fucking angry customers and stuff.
And our primitive
because that's all they know. That's true though. That is true. It would be like non-stop. I could work as much as I fucking want. But exactly. That's the other thing though, Adon. It's like starting off as a brand new coffee store in the year 2025. If I even have hours to fill in to begin with. Like, I feel like usually it's just the owners that'll work the first couple months at these places and then they start hiring after that. But again, it would be an indie store. It would be so much more chill, and And that's what I'm finding out. That's why I don't mind doing these customer service jobs at the gallery. I don't fucking mind bartending at all. I don't mind being at the front desk there because everyone is always so nice. Always. The worst thing I have to deal with is like the occasional homeless person that walks in and is trying to stir up some shit. Starbucks is where the angry boomers go because it's the coffee shop, you know? They're the ones who have fucking, I mean, you're gonna get the annoying orders even at the indie stores too, but when you have an app that allows people to be way too annoying with their orders. Ideally, I won't be a barista. I don't really want to be a barista. I just think I'd be pretty okay at it. Ideally, I'll find another like weird part-time job that fills another weird niche like I'm doing right now. Ideally. Because I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, I'm getting paid peanuts at the gallery, but when it's causing me so fucking little stress in my life, and like I drive into work and I'm not dreading it ever, like how much is that worth to you, you know? And to me, I'm learning that's worth a lot. My last job would fucking keep me awake in the middle of the night because I'd like be scared about having to build a set, and like I'd have to have all the shit ready. I'd be going, my team took advantage of me quite a bit because I'd be the one going in early and leaving late because I'd help for like setting shit up and breaking it down. And now I'm at the job here. My boss is constantly like, "Hey, just leave the chairs and shit out. You know, we can clean them up in the morning." But I'll end up just staying late and fucking putting everything away and setting them up perfectly for the next day because I want to. I genuinely want to. Because I like and respect my coworkers and they make me happy and they support me as much as they can. So I don't know. That's the big question I'm facing right now. What is that worth to me? And I say this every fucking year, but like I'm gonna keep this momentum going with streams and like making art. I say it every fucking year, but I actually am now because now I don't have a full-time job that's hogging me away. In a weird way, Inktober, like this just shows how disconnected I've been from society and living a normal life this year. Inktober is one of the big things that has like brought me back to reality and been like, oh shit. It actually does feel good to make and post art. It feels good to go live and hang out with you guys. Sure as fuck not gonna keep doing it daily, but I'm gonna keep doing stuff for sure. I literally have nothing better to do. Can I get an espresso with half vanilla bean flavoring and 3 shots? 2 of those shots are caffeine, 1 of those shots is decaffeinated with some chocolate foam. People still order that face to face, but the apps make it too easy, you know? People can order it without the guilt now. So if I'd be at a coffee store, I want to be at a store with 0 app involved. But that's neither here nor there. That's exactly how I talk. I believe it. No, it isn't. I fucking heard you talk. I talk way too fast. I've noticed that. There's a reason presidents, well, good presidents, are able to talk with pauses, and they know.
Can I get an espresso with half vanilla bean flavoring with 3 shots? 2 of those shots are caffeine, and 1 of those shots are decaffeinated, and with some chocolate foam.
With some chocolate foam. Okay, but the thing is though, dude, I keep talking like, oh, I don't want to be a barista. I mentioned this already, but at our staff meeting the other day, I finally got trained on our fancy ass espresso machine, and I made a cappuccino, and I gave such a fucking beautiful pour, dude, with the foam, because he taught me that, like, first you need to pour the coffee out, the espresso out high up, so you get all the coffee out. And then when you get to the foam, then you lower it down, and then you start like moving it around and shit. I actually made a beautiful cup with such a good amount of foam, and it was so delicious. And then my poor coworker went after me, and she made a good one too, but it was very flat. There was minimal foam on it. And you are right, dude. There are a lot of ladies at the coffee stores. Usually some pretty ladies too, but I've learned my lesson not to date coworkers. I've learned my lesson. I will never do that again. Thank you, Game Enjoyer. I'm excited about this one. I'm happy to see it's turning out well in your eyes so far. I gotta figure out a way to do that explosion effect though. Ah shit, I gotta get out of here in a few minutes, y'all. I'm sorry. Still need to brush my teeth, dog. Piss shit tit fuck. No, you can talk now, dude. I'm still here for a few minutes. Might be a effect I'm looking for. Ish. Oh, that's right. So she, yeah. Lacorker invited Flake on the lantern thing. Flake didn't say anything before, during, or right after. Late that night, she sent a message asking to clarify what the situation between us was. Oh my. That's so annoying, dude. You asked her straight up and she still didn't? Or if she wanted to keep hanging out, spending time, or she was scared? Yeah, good. What'd she say? Try to downplay, never answer my questions. Okay, so she's trash, ignore her. And I know that I told you how I like that flirty nature where like they make you work for it a little bit. But like they need to put in the effort, you know? When I like a girl who does that, she still wants to hang out always. Like she still wants to go places and shit. And we're like just hanging as friends. I'm not even thinking about what that shit is in the moment. Like I just enjoy hanging out with her. But she sounds like she almost like needs the attention or something. In a very negative kind of way. She said she has depression, she flaked on others. There you have it. I don't really flake so much as I just like, I hang out with people and I don't hang out with them again for a couple weeks or even like a month or two. I understand, but if she's not even giving you straight up answers when you're asking that shit, then yeah, she's toxic, bro. You don't need that. It sounds like, I mean, but it sounds like you're still holding on to it too. So like, what's keeping you there, man? Like even the fact that you told me what you just did where you blocked her on Discord, you're still giving her chances, which is, it seems like you are still interested. Maybe you do like him more than you think. Oh shit, I'm doing this wrong. So it's like darker on the outside. Of course I liked her, but it's like if she's not emotionally available, what can you do? Yeah, exactly. You just can't really fix that. Again, that's shit that people have to figure out on their own before they enter a relationship with someone else. Lest that become your problem. But even after that, like, a text where you're asking, like, what are we about? And she just said she has depression and flaked on others. That seemed like that would be, like, the natural jumping off entirely point, but sounds like you're still holding out a little bit of hope. You're giving real, I can change her vibes, which I get. I felt that way with that one Tinder girl in Madison, and then she moved to Colorado, and then she came back to visit one time and knew that we were like in a weird state, and she like left me mid-dinner to go talk to her boyfriend for a few minutes, and I'm just like, let's stop this right now. Then we never talked again, and I saw she just got married a bit ago to that guy, so I'd only be doing that to get a reaction, performing, if you will. I'm not trying to like put you on the hot seat, but I feel like what you're doing right now is a little performative. And I'm not even saying it's performative in a bad way, because again, I like that performative part of a relationship where you don't know each other that well yet, so you're still thinking about your moves. Yeah, you blocked her, but you told her how to reach you. You still are giving her like an avenue to reach out. I feel like a real block would just be like blocking her across everything and just don't even fucking say anything. Which I also don't think is a healthy way to do things either, don't get me wrong.
Now that I realize the truth, it means nothing to me.
I'm reading it as, yeah, I'm pissed. But if you change your mind, let me know. That's how I'm reading what you're doing right now. If she's in a better place, I'm down to reconnect, but she's not, so there's nothing for me here. Exactly.
A peaceful town where nothing ever happened.
Yeah, you're right. I'm only like going off of what I'm hearing so far, but that's just my take on this. I clearly only know so much. This alpha bullshit needs to go. Dude, some ladies want that alpha bullshit. Some ladies really like having a fucking angry, abusive boyfriend, because I don't know. They like someone who's like, in a weird way, making them feel like they're taking control, but even if it's in like a really negative way, I don't know. That's never been me. I'm too soy for that. I'm way too much of a fucking empath, and I'm like always concerned that what I choose is gonna be something that they don't like. So I try to leave it open-ended, but I also try to be aware if I'm like, if I'm also being annoying by being dodgy. I agree with you, but that's not really a good condition for being in a relationship. I fucking agree. I agree. That's when you get like the angry fucking parents who have kids and you can like sense the resentment the whole time, and it fucks up their kids in God knows what kind of ways. Just results in these women eventually resenting their boyfriends, there's the word, or aggressive, telling them what to do, even though they themselves set up the condition for someone else to run the relationship. These women are getting divorced from my age. You could tell they resent their younger selves because so many of them, we've talked about this before, but so many people just want to be in a relationship just to be in one. They don't want to be alone. Especially at a young age, especially when everyone else is getting into the relationships. And it's like, it's so much more than that. In some ways, I do kind of respect the girl you've been talking to, like the fact that she was at least able to say that she like has depression and that she is flaky like that. But depression doesn't stop the rudeness that stems from the fact that she just didn't even say anything to you to begin with. Till you pressed her. All right, I am gonna have to go. I don't want to be alone either, but no one wants to be with me, so here I am. Forever alone, baby. Welcome to the Lonely Hearts Club, gentlemen. I'm with you on that, Adon. I don't believe in burning bridges ever. Literally ever. The only ex, it wasn't even like an ex of mine. The only one that I like bridges were burnt with, it wasn't really my call, but I understand why she wanted to. But I usually don't like being that way. That's why I do that like with the bosses and shit too. That's why I like that I can reach out to my old bosses and just chat and shoot shit. Even though I like some bosses way more than others. Yeah, we still got some work to do on this. I might go live later tonight, but honestly, I feel like if I just like do this on my own, I could have it done in like fucking 20 minutes, so I might not go live. But we'll see. Either way, I will be live tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be an afternoon stream or an evening stream. My parents might be coming into town. They might not. I'm waiting to hear. So just stay tuned. There'll be a stream no matter what. I just don't know what time of day. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Game Enjoyer, Adon. Anyone who joined in from Hippie's raid earlier, thank you again, Hippie, for the raid. I know we had like Niger in here, Kiko, Crusted Socks. Love all you guys. Appreciate you being here always. For chilling. Thanks for vibing. Thanks for being you. Thanks for listening to my incel talk. I'll be here. I'll be here the rest of the month, baby. Alright. Take care, y'all. Peace and love. Have a good rest of your day. And